Hello there, everybody who's watching. It's your boy Josh Shots,
It's your boy Tay.
and we back again with another review. So this time we're gonna be the brand new season, Last of Us season two. So just gonna give you a warning. We may discuss small spoilers. Really, episode one really wasn't a lot of spoilers, but
Nah,
just
it's
in
more.
case you didn't see it, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna give you the warning. We just giving a warning just in case. Also, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. All right, Tay. So what was your thoughts? Episode one.
yeah. Typical. Well, let me not say typical. The this one is a literally was a play off the video game. Like it was a straight story adaptation of it.
Down to the New Year's party, down to the
Yeah,
it was definitely like right off the video game.
it was straight off the game. Straight off the
They
game.
did add an extra character that wasn't really in the video game. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure they wrote it.
yeah.
Gail, the therapist, I think she was written in. She
She
wasn't
was
a part of
written
the.
in, and
I don't remember
the
her in the video game. I don't remember
like,
her in the
yeah, she wasn't in there, and her husband wasn't in there as well. So,
video game. Her
um,
husband, Eugene, I think his
Gene.
name.
Yeah, Eugene. So they wasn't read in. He even the if you watch at the end of Last of Us and they do the little inside the episode, they even said that he was they was a character that wasn't in the game. They
Mm-hmm.
actually explored his story after
Mm-hmm.
during the show. Um, but no, I mean, like I said, it was pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Um, pretty straightforward. Like it's straight from the aftermath from season one. Um, at the season finale of season one.
Mm-hmm.
With them going back to Wyoming to Tommy and the village. Well, not even the village in Wyoming and in the city of Jackson. Um, to continue out. We see that now. Ellie is a teenager. I think at this moment she's 19, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
she's a young adult. Ain't she like
yeah,
18 or 19? Don't quote me
she's
on
19.
that.
As far as she's 19, so
I think,
she's
yeah.
19 at this time. It looked like it's a little bit of a, the usual teenager being an adult, don't want to listen to, being a rebel to the,
Want to be a rebel with no cause, you
yeah,
know. I know
uh,
she thinks she immune to the bites. She just like
yeah,
going and like I'm like, you gotta calm down, slow down. I mean, I'm not gonna give that part away, but it's a we can talk about that later.
yeah. But now we see that, like, typical, like any other typical, like, teen that's in the high teens, 18, 19, almost 20. Uh, they get a little rebellious to their guardians, which that's who
Mhm.
Joel is her guardian. Um, and there's a conflict. It's a conflict between the two. Um, it's shown. We don't know what caused it. Maybe it's gonna be a flashback because I think if I'm not mistaken, they did a 5-year jump. So
Yeah.
at this moment, it's like maybe something caused them to even butt heads even more outside of her being a
Well, yeah,
like
they
some.
sort of hinted at that, the therapist sort of hinted
Yeah.
at something. So it's probably gonna be they may talk about that episode too.
hmm Um, then we see, then of course we get introduced to new characters. Um, the infamous one that probably a lot of people gonna have some beef with probably by the end of this season. Um, Abby and that crew.
Dang,
Uh,
5 years to seek revenge.
that is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm just gonna let you know. I'm just gonna let you. That's the only thing. That's very stalkerish.
Yes,
Like 5 years.
5 years, and you went to another. You was in another state for 5 years. To get to Wyoming. On top of
Mhm.
that, like I said, you see well, I think Dina, and we've seen another few characters that we've seen from the game come out to be real characters. Um, even even a new version that are affected, you know. pretty much the silencer, or as they call it, the stalkers.
The
Now,
stalkers.
this is
The stalkers. That was a great scene. It
yeah,
actually was. This episode was very slow up to that point. It was
yes,
pretty slow
yeah,
if you get to it. It's,
yeah, because they pretty much was doing a routine checkpoints or runs as they were calling it, and they ran into one. Um, so now they starting to realize that they're
you talking about
affected.
when she fell to the floor? She fell to
Yeah,
the floor. Yeah.
yeah. But now they starting to realize now Ellie is seeing that they have involved. They're not
Mhm.
just the normal clickers and the normal affected that you see now. They got smarter, they evolved. So now you see there's different varieties of them.
Yeah.
Um,
What about the other big reveal? The roots and the pipes, and that the firecracker sparked them. I think that's gonna lead to episode 2. I don't
yeah,
want to jump the gun, but yeah.
I mean, but they already kind of told about that, where it was like they found the roots inside the pipe, and Joel was supposed to be the one to technically destroy it or look at it. Um, but now we see what sparks it is pretty much heat or
Yeah,
anything.
because they was playing with the fire,
Yeah,
and pretty much that's gonna. I think that's gonna lead to. I'm not trying to give it away. They did a trailer when they trying to
yeah,
rush it. I think that's what's gonna lead to that. That might be one of the big things.
yeah,
Well, this episode, if you actually look at it, it was sort of like what's happening in the camp. So
yeah,
you got Abby coming out, and you also have the pretty much the the
yeah,
so-called zombies or whatever you want to call them.
yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to give. I just say zombies, but they technically not
No, I
zombies.
just called them affected. The affected.
They're infected. I know zombies was the incorrect term.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um.
Also, you forgot about Joel was talking about they running out of space because they keep
Yeah.
letting people in. So
Yeah.
short on resources. So it's pretty much a battle within because it seems like I think that's what episode 2 is probably going to lead to some action, some more action than
Yeah.
episode
And then with
1.
the like you said the reveal, um, with the pipe, and then the other reveal is like I said the characters. This is literally the aftermath of Joel taking Ellie off that table.
Hmm.
Which there's result to Abby wanting revenge. Um, thing is, the only thing I can say from this is how long are they gonna play it out? That's gonna be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually they're gonna run into each other, and
Yeah.
like she said, it's gonna be a plan. Uh, and even still, can they even? I want to see how they're gonna play that out um with the infected involved in this whole thing as well. Because
Mhm.
not only is Abby hell bent on getting revenge, she still got to survive too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're an enemy now. Now officially you an enemy. You're going to be in enemy's territory, like flat out. You're going to be in enemy territory. Um, and we have to see. And like you said, with Gail, pretty much brain picking Joe at the therapy session, which I would never thought. Well, let me not say I'm
Well,
never going.
she blames him for killing her husband.
Yeah,
I think it's the reason why maybe he got infected or something like that. He had to take him out.
yeah, I think it was something in that line. So she's, and they,
'Cause she said I understand why you had to do it, something like
yeah,
that. So my assumption was he probably was affected, and anybody who got affected had to be killed
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
And then, like you said, she still hates him for it, but she still understands it at the same time. And at this moment, we don't know if he told Ellie about what happened at at the operation table. He-
Mhm.
Maybe he didn't tell her yet. Right now he's still holding on to that lie until we don't know how long. Like we just know
Yeah.
he pretty much taken it to the grave at this point. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um, Maybe it might come out later in the season. Maybe it won't. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think they already got signed on for season 3. So
Oh wow.
I'm waiting to see if they're going to make this a 2 part, like the game. Like, are they going to make Last of Us Part 2 a 2 part, a 2 season thing,
Mhm.
other than making it 1 season? So that's yet to be determined. Um, Anything else that really? Oh, the
So
party. Yeah, we got to talk about the party.
yeah, that was in a
That was in the game, but still, just the fact that was a big
you know
moment.
Ellie and Dean
Yeah,
showing the interest.
yeah. Even though Dina was kind of like already, they was already cool beforehand, but I guess she just developed a crush on her. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, like
Oh, anything else? Yeah, because it was very straightforward. It was very straightforward. Most action was when Ellie went into that building.
yeah.
That was the most action part. I'd say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. What do you give the opening? The first episode of season 2. Give it a rate,
I'll give it a 7.
0 to 10.
I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I give it like a 7, 7.2. It was cool. I
And
think the next episode is going to be great. From it's probably I don't want to
I,
give too much away.
yeah, I hope they don't do what I think they about to do. Well, I'm
You know
just
what you know what they about to do. You know what they about to
the underground one.
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's coming up. That's coming up.
they better not do that episode 2. That should be like episode 3 or 4. They better not do this with this
Nah,
episode.
episode 2 probably be like I'm not trying to give it away. Just this is my prediction. I think since they revealed the heat and trapped the root,
Mm.
I think that's when they're going to try to invade. Come in and
Do
try to
you
attack.
think? Do you also think this will
Attack it.
be when Abby makes it into Wyoming?
Hmm.
Because they made it
I
at the
think
end of the
so.
episode. They made it there. So
Yeah, they made it there. So you think it by the time she try to arrive, because I think they probably gonna do a fake like they need help or something like
that's
that just to get in.
exactly, yeah.
That's what I
Like,
think
yeah.
that's what they're gonna do. And in the meantime, while they do that, that's when the effect is gonna try to,
Mhm.
they're gonna plan their attack. They're gonna do they just,
Because I'm like, I really hope they don't try to pull their best punches on the first 2 episodes, like on the first 3 episodes, and then make
well,
the season slow. Like, I really hope they
mhm.
don't do that.
Think so. I think season 2 gonna have more action. It's only 7 episodes, though.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's only 7 episodes. I don't know why I thought it was 8 at first. I
Now
had to
I
look it
do
up.
think,
It was 7.
yeah.
It was 7.
Now I do agree with you. I do think that episode will probably show the pipe, but I also think that would be the underground. But Abby and them will probably show up at the end of that episode, like actually in like in the city, and then they're gonna continue it on from there. Probably be Joe be the one that sees them or something like that, and goes from there. Probably,
Mhm,
you know, 'cause she don't know what he. I don't think she know what he look like. She just know by name,
mhm.
so she don't know who he
Well,
is.
she said she did describe him like 6 foot guy, scar on his
Yeah,
face. Yeah, so I'm not sure how she found out. I guess the different camps communicate, and they probably were trying to figure it out.
yeah, the Firefly. Yeah, they. I'm pretty sure they all communicated and probably
Yeah.
found out. Yeah.
All
Or
right.
maybe old girl stayed alive long enough to describe him.
Yeah. They probably do the underground episode, probably like episode 3, but I think the next one's probably gonna be the attack. It's gonna be a little bit more action packed. Yeah, that's what I think. I could be wrong. 7 episodes, they're going to cram a lot in.
Yeah, especially with that. Like I
And
said, with that.
every season they're gonna do one filler episode. So
Yeah,
yeah, so
that's probably gonna be episode 4. We already know that's gonna be
mhm,
episode 4.
yeah, probably like episode 4. All right, so I think we're going to end it here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Also, leave your comments down below. We love to hear from you. Also, follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook group. We just now added on Rumble,
Yeah,
so you can. It's multiple ways you can contact us, and plus we're working on Discord too as well.
yeah.
All right, peace and grease.
Love y'all.